Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss about the projectile under an angular projection. So in the projectile motion, we have horizontal projection and angular projection. In the previous video, we have already learnt about the horizontal projection. Now it is about the angular projection. So what is this angular projection is? The object will be thrown into the air at some angle, then it makes a projection like this, which is with some angle theta. For example, cannon fired in the battlefield. Cannon is Birangi, no? So that one. So cannon fired in a battlefield. So how is the cannon will be fired? Cannon will be it will be some like this at some angle, and from this point the bullet will be fired and it will be dropped down here. So this makes a complete projection, right? So which is at some angle theta with the ground, but there it is from the ground here. But in the previous case, you'll be throwing an object at some angle from a top of some point or projection, and then the dropping alone is considered there for the horizontal projection. Here the object will make a complete projection with respect to the ground. Again, the second example is water ejected out from an hose pipe held obliquely. That is, if you hold your hose pipe at some angle, the water will be making a complete flow out like this, making a full projection. So now you're going to calculate the same parameters here for this angular projection. First we will start off with all the consideration what we have in the previous case is same here. The initial velocity will be there in the horizontal direction, and the initial velocity u will be 0 in the y direction. And for x direction the acceleration is 0, whereas the acceleration for the y direction is due to gravity, because the object, once it is held out at the space, the object is completely due to gravity and it moves down towards the earth. That is why it makes a projection actually. So the initial velocity, it is a vector, so u is the initial velocity. For initial velocity you will be having ux I cap plus uy j cap. Then you have to calculate the x component and y component. As it is making any angle for if you have the word called angle, then you have to go for the vector value to calculate. You have to split that particular vector into two components, which is horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component is always x with cos theta, and vertical component is always y with sin theta. So the initial velocity u is this one, from where the object starts and it moves under the projection. So this initial velocity can be split as the horizontal component and vertical component at any point here on the projection. So I have ux is equal to u cos theta and uy equal to u sin theta. This is vertical component and this is horizontal component. So substitute this in the part there. Then along x direction, as we know, if it is x direction, initial velocity you have, which is ux, and the acceleration is 0. So I am going to consider the equation of motion v equal to u plus at. Substitute these values in the equation here. Then vx along x direction, no, so I am writing it as vx is equal to ux plus the a value is 0. So 0 into t. Anything into 0, 0. So this part completely becomes 0. You will have only vx is equal to ux. And we know that ux value is u cos theta. So this can be written as u cos theta. So this is equation number 1, where the final velocity along x direction vx is equal to u cos theta. Then there we have started the equation with this one. So again we'll move on into this equation for again x direction. So displacement sx is equal to ut plus half at square As it is along x, you have written as ux into t plus half ax into t. We know a along x is 0, ux is u cos theta. So substitute that here. And sx is displacement along x direction. Displacement along x direction is simply x. So x is equal to ux is u cos theta into this t plus half a value is 0 along x direction, so 0 into t square. This whole term becomes 0. So x is equal to u cos theta into t plus 0. Anything plus 0, simply that term itself. So x is equal to u cos theta into t. From this, I am going to take only the t value as we did in the previous case also. So t is equal to, bring this u cos theta to the other side. Here it is in multiplication with t. So if it comes to the other side, it becomes denominator. So t is equal to x by u cos theta. This is my t value. So next, in the vertical motion. So for vertical motion, vertical is along y direction. So y direction, you know, the a value is completely due to gravity and it is moving downwards. So it is minus g here. Okay, because there we have taken only as g, here it is minus g. Why? Because you have the upward motion also and then downward motion also. So it is ay equal to minus g, then uy equal to, you know, it is u sin theta. So for vertical motion, again we are going to use the two kinematic equation, v equal to u plus at. As it is in vertical direction, by equal to uy plus ay into t. And for uy substitute as u sin theta, and for ay substitute as minus g. So it becomes by equal to u sin theta minus gt. So this is my equation number 3. And for vertical distance, for horizontal distance, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Again, for vertical distance, it is sy equal to uy into t plus half ay into t square. So uy, what is uy? U sin theta. What is ay? Minus g. Substitute here. So y is equal to u into sin theta into t plus this half. For ay, it is minus g into t square. So y equal to u sin theta into t. This minus, if you bring it outside, plus into minus, it becomes minus 1 by 2 gt square. Then now, this is the equation number 4. Now what I am going to do is, going to find, we have found the t value, isn't it, in the previous case from the equation number 2. I am going to substitute that t value here in the equation number 4. So if you substitute, you have, see, y equal to u sin theta into t minus 1 by 2 gt square. T is equal to x by u cos theta. Substitute this here in the above equation. So this u sin theta as such into, instead of t, it is x by u cos theta minus 1 by 2 into g as such, and instead of this t square, this term whole square. So x by u cos theta whole square. Now you have one u common here, so cancel it off. Then it becomes sin by cos separately into x minus 1 by 2 into g into this whole square. No, put it inside. It is x square by u square into cos square theta. So we know that sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So then it becomes y is equal to tan theta into x minus 1 by 2 into g into x square by u square cos square theta. This is my equation number 5, which is the vertical distance y, that is the displacement in the y direction. So let us go into the first parameter, which is maximum height. Maximum height is given by h max. So in the projection, which is the maximum height here? See, if you have the projection at the center point of that trajectory, you will have the length from the ground, the distance from the ground to the center point of the trajectory is what is the total height h max. This at this point only you will have the maximum height. If it comes here, the height will decrease, isn't it? So this is your h max. That is what you are going to calculate. As this distance is, height is always in the vertical direction, you are going for only vertical motion. So in the vertical motion, use the kinematic equation v square equal to u square plus 2as. As it is vertical, you have to put it as with respect to y. So vy square equal to uy square plus 2ay into s. S is the displacement. So here in the vertical, the displacement is the height h max, isn't it? So S is height h max, and for y we know acceleration is minus g, and for uy is u sin theta. So final velocity is 0 here, which is vy value is 0 here. So then when you substitute, vy is 0, isn't it? So it is 0 square is equal to, instead of uy, u sin theta. So u sin theta whole square plus 2, ay value is minus g. So 2 into minus g into s is h max. So h max. So 0 square is 0. So 0 is equal to, this is whole term is for square. So it is, you can write it as u square sin square theta. Plus into minus becomes minus 2 into g into h max. So bring this to minus 2g h max to the other side, it becomes 2g, here it is minus. So if it comes to the other side, it becomes plus. So it is 2g h max is equal to u square sin square theta. What we have to find? We have to find the h max height. So have the h max term alone on one side, bring 2g to the other side. Here it is in multiplication, isn't it? If it comes to the other side, it becomes division part. So h max is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. This is your height h max for the angular projection. So the next term we are going in for the time of flight, which is tf, time of flight. For that, again in the vertical direction, no? So it is, we are going to consider the equation s is equal to u plus half at square. So sy is equal to uy plus half ay t square. And for this case, the sy, that is displacement along y, is 0, net displacement. Why? Because see, displacement is initial position, final position minus initial position, right? So initial position is also in the x and final position is also in the x. No y direction for the, there is no change in the y value for the final and end position. If the point is somewhere here only, you will have the y value. Here the y value for this point is also same, and for this point is also same. See, it is y direction. The x value from 1, 2, 3, this x value alone gets different, but y value is same. So the initial net displacement value along vertical direction, that is alone, y alone is 0. So we know for y it is always uy equal to u sin theta, ay equal to minus g, and t is what here is time of flight, time period is time of flight tf. So substitute all these terms here. So instead of sy, it is y, or it is totally 0. So 0 is equal to u sin theta plus this 1 by 2 as such, and for ay it is minus g. So minus g into tf square. So sorry, it is ut, so uy into t. So it is u sin theta into tf plus 1 by 2 into minus g into tf square. So u0 is equal to u sin theta into tf. This is minus into plus becomes minus 1 by 2 g tf square. So bring this term to the left hand side. So this is in minus, so it becomes plus. So plus 1 by 2. Instead of 1 by 2, I have written as this term divided by 2. So it is g tf square by 2 is equal to u sin theta into tf, this term alone. In this, 1 tf and here you have tf square, isn't it? So 1 tf and this tf will get cancelled off. Then bring this 2 and g to the other side. It is in denominator. If it comes to the other side, it becomes numerator. So it is 2u sin theta, this one to denominator, by g. Then the tf value is 2u sin theta by g. This is your time of flight tf. Next, we'll be moving on into horizontal range r. So what is the horizontal range? This distance. This is the horizontal range, the range covered by the projectile from the initial point till it hits the ground. The distance in the x-axis is your range. So it is in the x component, right? So it is horizontal component of your velocity into the time taken for it to hit that point. It is time of flight. This is your range. So horizontal component is ux into, for velocity it is initial velocity, right? So it is ux into time of flight is tf. ux we know it is u cos theta, and tf is what we have found now. It is u sin theta by g. So substitute that in this equation here. Let this equation number be 6. Continue with the equation number there. So r is equal to u cos theta into 2u sin theta by g. Here I am going to multiply and write it as such, u into u square, then 2 cos theta sin theta as such by g. Okay, and by trigonometric formula 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. So what is trigonometric formula for this is, it is equivalent to this term, whole term, 2 sin theta cos theta is equivalent to sin 2 theta. So you can write this term as sin 2 theta. Then the horizontal range r is equal to u square, this one is sin 2 theta by g. Then r is equal to u square into sin 2 theta by g. So here we are going to find the maximum range. So as we know, the projectile is, it will make like this, no? So see, if the angle in which I drop the object, if it is getting increased, then the projectile will be lesser, like this. If the angle is at some point, it will make the maximum projection and give a maximum range here. You're going to find that maximum range. At what angle if I drop the object, this will be getting a maximum range in the horizontal direction. This is what you're going to find. So we know that the horizontal range formula is u square sin 2 theta by g, isn't it? So when I have the theta value, should be depending upon the sin 2 theta. So see, when theta value is 0, then I will have sin 2 0, which is sin 0. Sin 0 is 0. Always 0 is minimum for theta. So it is cos of sine of something. If it is 1, then it is maximum. So see, when you have theta is equal to pi by 4, what you have is sin 2 theta. So for sin 2 theta, when you substitute theta as pi by 4, it becomes sin 2 theta. Instead of theta, it is pi by 4. So sin 2 pi by 4. 2 and pi by 4 la 1, 2 is getting cancelled. Then it becomes pi by 2. So sin pi by 2. Pi by 2 is nothing but 90. Sin 90 degree is 1. So always this is the maximum value. 1 is the maximum. So at what angle we have got the sine value, whole sine value as 1 is theta is equal to pi by 4. When you substitute theta as pi by 4, you got the sin 2 theta as the maximum value 1. So at this point, at this angle only, you will be getting the maximum range, that is for 45 degree. When you drop the object for this complete horizontal projection at some angle, if the angle is 45 degree, you will have the maximum range. So what is that range value? R max is equal to, you know, it is u square sin 2 theta by g, right? So u square sin 2, instead of theta, I am going to have it as pi by 4 by g. So it is u square, again same as what we did here. 2 and 2, 4 get cancelled off, it becomes pi by 2. So u square sin pi by 2 by g. So sin pi by 2 is nothing but, as I said, sin 90, which is 1. So it is u square by g as such into 1. Anything into 1, the same term, right? So my R max value is u square by g. This is my maximum horizontal range. I hope you've understood. Please subscribe to my channel.